Okay, hi everyone. Happy Thursday. If you are watching this live, then it is Thursday, June, what's the date? 20th? 20th. I almost said 27th. Wow, that's like a whole week ahead. But I am here for your weekly dose of business tips specifically for personal stylists. And this week, I want to talk about 3 mistakes that you're making as a personal stylist. So some of these may apply to you, none of them may apply to you. And if they don't, I want you to tell me if you've ever made them in the past and how you overcame them. We have paused my live. There we go. We're back. So let's talk about these three things. So the first mistake that you could be making as a personal stylist is making a website and business cards as the first thing that you've done in your business without knowing some of the other foundational things that you need to know. So don't get me wrong, these things are great and they are kind of necessary, but if you're just starting out or maybe you're revamping some of your services and you don't have a solid understanding of your ideal client, their pain points, your specialized niche, and then your own particular service process, not a la carte services, go 2 episodes back on my blog to find my rant about why a la carte services are killing your personal styling business, then you are wasting your time building a website just for the fun of it, right? Now, here's the thing. You can sell to clients and you can make money without necessarily having a business card and a website. All you really need is to be able to show up and convince people that you're good at what you say you are doing and book those clients. If you're at a networking event, give them your Instagram handle and have them follow you instead of giving out a business card. Better yet, write down their email address in your phone and you follow up with them. Because how many times have you gotten business cards and you just threw them away, right? I do that all the time. So instead of giving them a business card, just give them your email address or give them your Instagram or give them some other way to connect with you without a piece of paper that maybe is a little premature for you to have. And obviously this is something that I did a ton. I think I had probably 10 different iterations of my business cards. So I have thrown out probably $500 worth of business cards as I have figured out, what do I call myself if my business has changed a little bit, or I have a new email, or whatever the case is. And I want to spend a minute and talk about websites. Websites are really fun and flashy, and it's fun to put them together. It's fun to see your vision come to life. And they are necessary, right? I think in this day and age, you absolutely have to have a website. But again, it's like trying to put together a wardrobe if you're doing this and you don't have these other pieces without first cleaning out the closet, understanding your style, going shopping, getting the new things, and then coming back and putting it together. You can't make a website first, and you shouldn't. And this is something that I teach all of my Biz Bootcamp students within the Founders Club. Our very last module is on making websites. There are 12 modules, and I think it's module like 12, literally 12, where we talk about websites and marketing and social media, because you have to go through all of these foundations. So think of it this way. If you know that you are going to be have a very personalized niche. So I'm going to give the example of Janelle, who's in the Founders Club, and her website is My Main Wardrobe. So you can go look her up. We spend a lot of time talking about her ideal client, which is women in the professional service industry. They spend a lot of time wearing uniforms. And so then there's a missing disconnect in between getting dressed in a real live outfit or wardrobe. And so her knowing that niche, knowing the very specific pain points of her clients that live their lives in uniform. So this is women like nurses or physical therapists or even like veterinarians or things like that, people that wear scrubs. This really led into the services she created because she knew those clients because she was one of them. So she knew their pain points. And then this fed into the stock photo shoot that she did to capture images that very concretely defined her brand, the clients that she worked with, and the services she was offering. So those were the last pieces that we worked on because we had to get through the first piece first. So if you are a personal stylist and you're making business cards and websites and pages and all of this jazz and you don't know the foundational things of what you're offering, then that's a mistake that you're making. Now, instead, focus energy on figuring out those pieces, and then you can put together the website and you can make that work. So the second mistake that you may be making as a personal stylist is investing all of your money in all of the systems and all of the things that you think you need to be successful. And I see this all of the time in some of the groups I'm in. Someone will say, oh, I just, purchased this thing, but I'm really, really new. And so I'm still trying to figure out even what I'm offering or how to use this. And I don't think that these things are bad. I think they are necessary, but I think sometimes we think that we need these things to be successful or to do work with clients. Kind of like a website or business cards. You don't need them to get clients. When I first started, and like so many other people, when you first start, maybe you don't even know about different systems. You don't know the different things you can do to streamline and help your business. And so you figure it out on your own. And I think some of this is important if you are an entrepreneur, is figuring out how to hack things a little bit when you are first getting started. Having that ability to Google and to put things together in a way that makes sense is really important. So this is, again, something that I teach in the Founders Club in my Biz Bootcamp program, but I talk a lot about starting stylists off on what I call the path to free. So I have a lot of systems that I recommend. And a lot of them I used for a very long time as the free versions because I didn't need the souped up paid version. And let me be real with you, even if systems cost $10, $15 a month, by the time you have 5 or 10 of them, that's going to add up. And if you don't have the clientele to support that yet, it's going to be a drain on you and you're going to be stressed about trying to figure out how do you pay for all of these things? Because just because you get systems, that doesn't mean you're going to have the money and the clients coming into your business. So get the clients and then start adding on some systems, or really dig into what are the free options of systems that are available to you and use those instead of just plunking down your credit card, adding on systems and thinking it's going to transform your business, because it's not. So lastly, the third mistake that I see a lot of personal stylists make is that they are spending too much time on Instagram and not on the 5% activities that are going to bring them money. So this is you. I know it's you because it has definitely been me in the past, and it's not always a bad thing. Instagram is a necessity. And when I say Instagram, I'm really just talking about social media platforms in general. And it is a business generator, and we need to spend time on it. We need to show our work. We need to connect with potential clients, and we need to build those relationships. But this is where the disconnect comes in. We spend time on these platforms without a plan. And so I encourage all of my stylists that are in the Founders Club to set up what I call a model calendar so that they can work on the business, not always in the business, and focus on monthly income goals and then the 5% activities that are going to get them to those goals. As a business owner, that is where your focus should be. A lot of times personal stylists get very excited about being a stylist and like shopping and doing fashion and doing all the clothes things. And don't get me wrong, you probably like those things as a personal stylist, and that's why you're doing what you do, but those things don't necessarily generate money. You have to do certain activities that are going to get you to money. So instead of having no plan, create a plan. And I'm going to give you an example of what this looks like. So if your goal is to make $2,000 a month in your business, and you know then that you need to book 2 clients into your signature service process because it costs $1,000 each, then what are the top activities that you need to do to get those 2 clients into your business? Typically, it's not going to look like scrolling on Instagram, but it's going to look like something like this. Your top 5% activities around getting 2 clients to book $1,000 each of services may be: 1, email your past clients with your pitch that you now have space for 2 clients to go through this process with you. If they're old clients, maybe it's time for them to go through the process again because it's a new season or it's been a couple years since you worked with them. You may need to tailor that a little bit. Number 2, email prospective clients that have not booked with you yet. Let them know about this offer that's up there. And then 3, post on social media about these 2 openings that you have and talk about your signature service process in a way that's going to want to make those relationships that you've cultivated on social media really stop and think about, oh, maybe this is the right time for me to invest in this, and it's going to be an intentional use of your time on social media. Instead of just posting, you're telling people about what you're offering and how you can help them. So these are an example of some 5% activities that will help get you to that $2,000, for example, that you may need in your business, not just logging on and spending time on Instagram without a plan. So to recap, we spent the past few minutes talking about 3 mistakes that you may be making as a personal stylist. The first was to make a website and business cards without knowing your services, your potential client, their problems. That's a mistake because you're wasting your time. The second mistake you may be making as a personal stylist is investing all of your money in all of the things right off the bat before you even know what you're doing. Spend some time understanding free systems and how that can help you, because implementing systems doesn't mean you're going to get clients. And then third, you are spending way too much time on social media without a plan, and you're not actually focusing on your top 5% activities that are going to generate money. That is something I see a lot of time that personal stylists are wasting, and then they don't understand why there's no money in their business because they aren't focused on doing money-making activities. And there's a big difference between money-making activities and just posting on social media. So if you have made any of these 3 mistakes, or if you have never made these mistakes, let me know what changes you made to help get you out of these habits, or if you've made them in the past, what you've done to correct the mistakes, and any suggestions or tips that you have for helping other stylists if they may be or making these mistakes, what they can do. And I would love to know what you've done. What systems have you used that you've really liked the free versions of, or how have you really focused on your 5% activities to bring money into your business? So this is your business tip for personal stylists. If you are interested in learning more, then I would invite you to visit. There's a link in my bio on Instagram, and there will be a link in this blog post video podcast afterwards to get on the waitlist for the Founders Club. So the Founders Club is the only monthly business coaching program designed specifically for personal stylists. When you come in, you get access to my whole biz bootcamp, which gives you the framework for you to create a successful personal styling business. And then every month we have industry experts who come in and talk about things like Pinterest and LinkedIn and marketing and virtual styling. We do power hours, which are dedicated times for you to focus on making change in your business. So our power hour this week was on Pinterest. So we focused on shoring up those tiny details to make our Pinterest work better for us. And then we also have hot seat coaching calls. So if you have a very specific question about your business, you can enter that in and have a chance to get coaching on it. This is a community that is built of global stylists from all over the world. We have more than 60 stylists in here, and every day something awesome is happening in our private Facebook community where someone is either posting a win or they're posting about a challenge that they may have had, and people are sharing ways that they've overcome that and they're giving support. So it's a very awesome, supportive community. And if you are interested, then get on the wait list. Doors are closed now, so you can't get in, but you will be able to get in August, September, when we open up. And so you will not want to miss out on getting into that and being a part of this community. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have questions about any of these things, please DM me, send me an email, message me on social. You know how to get in touch with me, and I will see you next week with another topic. Thank you so much. See y'all later. Bye.